Welcome back. I reboot the game. I was on the best server choice and I've changed to an EU choice. And if you look at the top left hand corner, it's now saying 3 and 9 and 6 frames per second. That means it's talking to a server. Okay, so I'm going to persist with this. I might edit a bit, we'll see. But it's a good sign. Some of you, the good thing about the frame per second counter is, you know it's doing something. If you don't have that frame per second counter on your NVIDIA card or whatever, you wouldn't see it. Now I was in Levski, and this looks like Olisar, so pitch together. Yeah, now I know straight away I'm in Olisar. One, the colour scheme, and two, that the door opening panel is on the right hand side of the door. The Levski and Hex, I think, they're both on the left. Slightly different positions. What's the postcode? So you hold down F, you can zoom into anything there. The mouse wheel. Okay. I like the one with the password. It's some of the developers' children's birth dates. It's a very poor password, by the way. Technically, I'm supposed to be an IT security expert. Walking along at 8 frames a second, I was now getting up a bit. I always come over here because I'm going to do a trade run, hopefully. Pick anything. And look at diamond 37, gold is 31. That means that this server is more or less okay. If they were a lot lower, then wouldn't be point trading on this server. By the way, each one of the oh, my brain has gone numb. Oh, struts, yeah. So I'm on the B strut. If you get a problem on one strut, just EVA over to the other strut. Yeah. Now let's see what we can get. I'm going to try the Comet.
Your ship has been delivered to the following land.
I get a feeling like they're just turning off ships at Olisar. Not bothering. By the way, if you didn't know, make sure you buy a Medipen and the oxygen pen. Not that I can see the oxygen pen working. I think that's why they've stopped oxygen basically dying off. I don't think you can die of asphyxiation within a suit at the moment. Take your helmet off, you'll die. Ooh, Giacola. Giacola is a phrase from the 1970s. And it means that, you know, you're getting this kind of lumpy, bumpy play. The other bad thing, because I've got all my friends, you know, starting into the game, and you know, the first thing you come to is Olisar, and Olisar is the most lumpy, bumpy part of the game. As you could technically spawn, I think, 140 people into Olisar. So you only were restricted to, look, you see that's where the damn door's thing. It's frustrating. That's a Comet, by the way, but it's a nice ship. It was working beautifully yesterday. I wonder if I can spawn something else, but without getting my freelancer back. Press F12 to see the chat. Could you? Press enter and then try. Fully adept at social media here. Have you managed to spawn a ship And use if so. This is not much of a problem for most of you. Most of you got like one ship, so I don't recommend you get any more unless you're crazy. This is my hobby. I spent quite a bit on it, but it's like, you know, how much does a season ticket for football cost? You know. Alright, the Warden's been a pretty good, solid ship. I'll bring the Warden in. This spawns without doors. I'm going to get depressed. Okay. Number 2. Yeah. This is actually not bad now. You know, people are used to playing first-person shooter games, and they go, 20 frames a second, I can't stand it. And yesterday is an experiment. I didn't video it. I should have done. Because this is this is a 4K monitor. I turned the resolution up to 4K, and I got exactly the same frame rate. There she is. Put my little torch on. Ooh, 5 frames a second. Looking hopeful. It's a good ship, Vanguard, right? If you've got one, most of you haven't. But that seems to be pretty solid on these servers at the moment. I know people love or hate it, but I still think with the right weapon loadout, it's excellent. Ah, look. So it opened up, but there ain't no door. There ain't no. There's nothing there. That's somebody just nicked my seat. Ah, what a long day. We'll have a look around the front. We'll find the weapons are missing and the missiles are missing. So up here, I'm gonna leave it open because I don't care, to be honest. No, you know, this is a non-flyable ship. Who wants to look inside? Feel free. Now there are weapons on the front. The chin gun's not there. You know, the chin gun's massive on it. Ah, well, this is not going well. Maybe this is not the day to decide to start shooting video. As good as Avenger working. I have an Avenger. That's getting a rework. I've only got the Warlock, the one with the EMP. Got a couple of videos, no, one video with the Avenger in. It's quite funny because do the EMP. In fact, I didn't intend to do the EMP pulse. But once I did it, it stayed on. It's the one that's called the skeleton ship. Try the Avenger. Oh. Interdiction. Could be a hell of a vehicle when it comes. It reworked. 50% bigger. So 7 on the wall. It tells you where the hangars are. So 7 is well, I've been depressurized. Only ever press once. Otherwise the server will come back and bite you and open the door and shut the door. And depending on how many frames a second you get, you might not even see that. Press once again. That's a pretty consistent button, that one tends to work. Everybody see which one it was? Was it 7? Don't all shout out at once. Alright, cool. Say thanks this dude. Just because his Avenger works doesn't mean mine will, but here she is. Oh no. Oh wow! Look at that! I can see through the whole body. This is well, that's worth a screen. I called it the skeleton ship. You can see it from here. I'll take it. I mean, I'll fly this thing if it'll go. But normally the engines are gone as well. Before we had space whales, we would call this the space whale. I don't know why people think it's a little bit whaley. I think it looks like an orca, which is a whale. So, killer whale. I have 6-core CPU. I have 32 gigs of RAM. Everything else is fast. I have a very good video card. It is a generation back, but it's still good enough to play this thing at 4K. That's for the freelance. And I just stood at that door because I knew it was depressurized, but it still took a moment. Turn the torch off, hold down it. Alright, now we go. Only press 1.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
I don't know why the freelancer is a complicated chip compared to some of these other ones. Tends to work, but let's bring the freelancer in. I don't know why I'm trying this. I should try the super walnut. So I'm going to retrieve all in the Lancer and we'll try the Prospector. So 7 minutes for the freelancer to be available. I'm not going to do nothing for 7 minutes, so let's try the Prospector. Prospector was working, most of them were working, but there seemed to be a bug developing which is killing ships off. I'm pretty sure when they're awake they're working on it. I was saying yesterday how much better things were, and today I'm not. Yeah, he's right, I should have claimed that. Alright. Where was it? No, it was 2, wasn't it? A lot of people are running around in flight suits as opposed to wearing armor because they don't know how to put armor on, but I'm running around in a flight suit with one exception, got a weird helmet on. Because I can run and I really just don't get out of breath, my heart rate doesn't go crazy unless I run a long way. The door, isn't it? Nil point. Alright, that guy's right. So just in case you thought you were an isolated phenomenon when you were trying all this, at least you know you. Oh wow. There's an air thing there going on. Yeah, I've got one of them, the Sandman's helmets on. It's because when I'm with my organisation members, because we don't see names above the top, they can see that's me. Yeah, I've got the full suit. There when it comes in. Oh, man's right, you know. Give it a go. I don't, whatever he is. Oh, procrastinator. Not procrastinating now, is he? Can I claim? Yeah, I can claim that. Now, when you claim, you only get the bog standard shit back. Yeah? Sometimes it's not letting me do it because I'm pretty sure it's on the pad. I'll try Gladius. The reason why this shouldn't be a way to do things. I don't want to claim the retaliator anyway. I'll tell you what, I might try it. Find the retaliator, at least if it moves. Or it's going to be interesting trying to get the tally into Levski. Bit of a dog, the retaliator, when you're flying a solo, because you can't fire any weapons apart from torpedoes. Not really working, is it? Right, what else? We've got anything that's on the pad. Stored. Stored one there, that's gone into storage, so let's try planning. You know, I think possibly. No, let's find out. Let's try the Vanguard Horn again. That door opened, it's just the pilot seat area was taken away. Number 7. Come in, number 7, your time is up. And towards it, it says pressurized, it just opens. I've seen people trying to click on these. Number 7. Alright. Play. The only thing I've noticed is you get a weird cockpit crash if you try to have cargo at the back of this thing, because it's not a cargo ship. So whatever they do for cargo, that's good. Same. Just look for the chin gun. Come on. Okay. Oof. Wow. Tricky. I don't know why I'm bothering doing this if it's, mind you, because I'm an optimist. Not I am. Closed door. Oh, I went open door. Closed door. Closed door. Wax on, wax on. And look, it's exactly the same. I can run to the front of the ship and where the seat should be. So, all right, let's try the tally. Let's just try the tally, yeah. Did I call the freelancer back? I did, didn't I? I'll have a look at the tally. If the tally doesn't work, well, hopefully the freelancer will be back in by then. And people wonder why it takes so long to play. If you don't like doing this kind of stuff, you shouldn't be playing an alpha. Really, really. This will improve, and you'll appreciate the improvements when things work. But also, if you go to the issue council, you can report them. The issue council is on the RSI website, and if if nobody else has reported them. If you have already, if it has already been reported, you'll see how to do it. You can always just say I can. Word I can beat it. Fine. So you can confirm that you've had the same issue. And the more people have the same issue, the more prioritised it gets. Makes a lot of sense. What was I looking for? Lancers here. Oh, it was a tally, wasn't it? Let's try the tally. It must be insane, but there we go. Tally! Retaliators. Tally for sure. It's a massive, heavy bomber. It's a heavy bomber, this one. B09, which is over here. It should be the two biggest platforms are 9 and 10, and massively, ridiculously large platform needed for things like the Starfarer, and Caterpillar is 00. I find sometimes just landing slightly away from these switches works best. Right. There she is. What a brute. That is the whole thing. There's the nose. The nose is in the sun, and the tail is in the thing. So this is the size of the distance between the sun and no, it's not. Let's have a look. If there's a problem, let's put the thing on. It's black, of course, because it's. Oh no! Look. Instead of having the lifts, you've got holes. Alright, anyway, Lancer's back. I'm going to do the Lancer. The Lancer hopefully will work. Hey, in the back. Now getting bounced at the door. Bounce at the doorways is a bad sign in a server. So I am going to... I might make this a part 2 video, and then you can always miss part 2 and go straight to part 3. I'm going to come out, I'm going to stop this video and restart it when I'm in a freelancer.